I'm Catherine of gamercast.net, and I thought I'd do an unboxing of a game that came out today, although this video probably will be up tomorrow, which is Saturday. I imagine because I'll probably go to bed soon. It's quite late. Yes, so this arrived today. I thought it was actually not going to arrive until Monday, but luckily Amazon pulled through with their Super Saver free delivery, and it arrived on release date, and that is The Last Story. This is a Wii exclusive. There's a standard edition and a collector's edition. Oh, what else is on the side there? What's in it? Yeah, it's been out a short while in Japan already, but Nintendo Europe said, yes, we're going to release it in the UK. So I put my pre-order down, and I got myself a copy. I already had a pre-order put down before the BAFTA event I went to anyway, but after seeing some of the stuff on the game at the BAFTA event last week, the week before, excuse me, I couldn't kind of wait to have it. I probably won't have the time to play it at the moment because it's a big hunk of a JRPG. But there's some things of it that I thought were pretty cool. So it's got a really nice box. The box is super heavy. I can't show weight, of course, through the power of video camera. That sounded really lame. But it's extremely heavy. That doesn't show anything. That just shows me throwing up in the air. It's a lot heavier than I thought. When I got the package, I was like, oh, this is a bit odd. But then when I took it out, it kind of felt heavier, purely because the box itself looks light, like how the Skyward Sword one is fairly light. Pretty similar box. This one's nice. So this was voted for by Nintendo fans. Nintendo had a kind of poll style thing on their website where you could vote for the cover art for The Last Story. Well, I believe for this, unless it was for the normal cover. Either way, this was one of the pieces because I remember seeing this one. Yes, they held a competition, although annoyingly, if you wanted to vote, you had to vote onto Facebook and like it and stuff like that, which made it a big marketing thing, really. But it's a lovely cover. It's got spot UV printing. Got a love spot UV. There you go. As you can see, the shine on them. Lovely. And this image carries on over here to make it even nicer. So you can either have it displayed like this on a shelf, or you can have it on the side, which looks equally as cool as the front. So yeah, that side's nice. This one's a little bit less interesting, but it says The Last Story, so you could have it this way around in your bookcase, so you know what it is, in case you forgot who these characters are. It's got the contents there. Blurb on the back in pretty much every language, because I imagine they've added subtitles / translations for most European languages under the sun. When I say most, it's like Italian, Spanish, French, German, and a few others. But yeah, so there's the back, as every game has. So it opens up on top. I've already cut open the stickers. And then when I saw that, I was just like, wow, this box is really full, which is why it's super heavy. So it came with a few things. Of course, the main game, the game, and a few other bits and bobs. One reason why it is so heavy, though, is as well as having every language on the back of the box, you also get every language in the in a manual. So this manual caters for every language other than English. So similar to how I believe Wii Fit had one like it. The craziest thing is this is printed in full colour for the pleasure of everyone who does not speak English, which is kind of crazy because that must be fairly expensive. But it's nice that they've thought about the other languages and provided them with an instruction book. But then this also means they don't have to produce special copies for every other language. So you get a massive instruction book in there. Then next up, we have the game with the same artwork as the Japanese box art. Maybe this was what was voted for. Either way, this is kind of this is Last Story's image, really. This is the same image as on my poster. It says on there not to be sold separately because they're kind of a bundle copy, and it also mentions on the bottom how it's a Hironobu Sakaguchi game with Nobu Matsu's music, and it says it in French as well underneath. So you got the same blurb again on the back. it's pretty much the same backs. And then inside there you got the disc. Some nice artwork on it. Lovely looking disc. Lovely VIP points. Lost Story manual. And then a wee advertisement thing. Your usual important information booklet like they've had since forever with Nintendo titles. And this is the instruction book in English. I don't really need to show the contents of the game, to be fair. Let's pop that away. Actually, let's pop that there. And then you get a steelbook for the game. Should you not want to keep it on your well, if you don't keep that box on your shelf, you could always keep this box on your shelf, or you could take out the insides of this and put them in this. So you get a steelbook and the normal case for the game. This is a nice steelbook. It's got an image that goes across again. That's really nice. And it's also got an image inside and space for 2 discs. I imagine so you can put the soundtrack in here as well. That comes with the game, as well as the disc, and then pop the manual in there. So that's a lovely steelbook. Lost her inside there. It's really nicely printed. I'd be tempted to have it out in the steelbook, because I might put the game in the steelbook and put it in my bookcase over there, and then put the nice box up with my collections up there. So as well as that, you then get this lovely thing. It's weird as well because there's a divider inside here, which has on one side, similar to like what NES games had. They had a little line of polystyrene at the bottom. So there's a line of card at the bottom here to keep this near the top, but not down the bottom. So you get it when you're first confronted with it. It says Elements of the Lost Story. So this is a really nice little kind of compilation in a box of the premium soundtrack and the illustration book. This is really nice. It says on the back there what's inside, and then it's got one bit on the corner to help you pull it out, and then jam packed in there you've got the soundtrack and the little art book. These are really nice. I will show the soundtrack first. Nice piece of art there. Sadly, actually no, I thought it was a black CD case for a second there. It's not. So you've got that artwork on the back is there, as well as a different piece of artwork on the disc itself, and then the track listing on this little piece of paper. Is there anything inside there? Yes, there is. It's one thing I hate. It's getting things out of CD cases, because they always want to hurt themselves. Well, not really hurt themselves, but they always want to get caught. No. Gosh, I could have a whole video of me faffing around with this thing. There we go. There we go. It's got a little kind of forward from Nobu Uematsu as well as Mr. Sakiguchi, and how they kind of know each other and about the development of the music. That's really nice. Lovely little CD. It's only got 7 tracks on it, but I suppose they've picked the best stuff from it. It's quite nice because there's also a little map on the back there, which is really nice. And then you've got the illustrations art book as well, which is fairly small, as I kind of presumed it would be. And I will just move myself down so I can just show it. Okay, so there's a little bit at the back from Sakaguchi, and then just lots of images really. There's not many pages, so I kind of just I'll show them all really. And that's it. So yep, very small little art book, but quite nice and condensed really. So I haven't played the game yet. I did see it at the BAFTA event running though. So I've got a couple of things I want to say about it. it was really nice to find out from Sakaguchi when he did his kind of talk that one of his favourite elements, which I will agree is a very good addition to the game. Excuse me while I try and get this box to go back in properly. Yes, so this kind of addition he's made to the game to try and cater for the more casual and people that just don't have the time to sit through a really long cutscene. So he said, as everyone knows, a lot of people skip cutscenes. To try and counter this, because of course if you skip a cutscene you don't know what happened at all last in the story. So you could play through the whole of a game, skip all the cutscenes, and not know what the hell's going on. So to counteract this, he's added, instead of a skip function on the cutscenes, a fast forward function. So you can fast forward through the cutscene, kind of get the gist of what's going on without getting all the dialogue, and it maybe being like half an hour long. I thought that was really cool. As well as that, similar to, I believe, Xenoblade, which I still have not played yet, it's got full English voice acting, but British people, so like Scots, Irish, people from the Midlands, from London, down south, everything. Kind of any area of the UK is kind of a voice in this game. So it's kind of, I found it really weird. It's really cool and odd because it was just really weird seeing, well, having all these like accents that I kind of know from different areas within a game, but especially within a game where like there's this guy here and he's talking like a Brit, and this girl here, and it's just really quite strange because they're like JRPG characters in JRPG clothing. As you see there, like she's not wearing too much, and he's wearing armour, well, it looks like leather that kind of matches his body shape. It was quite an odd experience, but also really quite nice, because it of course gives British voice actors some work to do, because not that many games use British voice actors, which is kind of sad, but it's quite an accent difference, to America, so I can see why some people might not want it. It's available for most places. Game didn't stock it in the end, but most websites did, ranging from about £37.99 to about £45. The retail itself was £45. I paid £37.99 for it from Amazon. Lovely collection. I highly recommend it. Nothing really about it is cheap, and it's great value for money. So I highly recommend it. It's going to be a massive game. It's also got online multiplayer with deathmatch, which is kind of crazy for a JRPG. But yeah, so it's got lots of content in it, so it'll probably keep you busy for a while. If you want a JRPG for your Wii and then finish Zelda or Xenoblade and don't know what to do next, pick up The Last Story. So I hope you enjoyed my collection edition unboxing of The Last Story. It's a well, I'd say limited edition even, as it states there. It's a lovely edition and box and everything. A lot of work's been put into that. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll catch you for my next unboxing. Bye.